How's it going, YouTube? Back here with another video. So today I'm going to be going over how I got the Note 10 Plus and the trade-in program that I used to get it. So the reason that I went with the trade-in program is this is an iPhone 10 and they're offering $600 for it. Considering that the new iPhones are coming out next month and this is already 2-year-old technology, you'd be hard-pressed to find a $600 deal or someone willing to buy it for 600, especially since iPhone 10Rs are the top selling iPhones. People are going to want to just go ahead and spend that money there instead. So without further ado, I'm going to go through the procedures and everything I've learned about actually going through and trying to trade in the phone. So first, you're going to want to make sure that there's no cracks on the screen or anything like that. And as you can see, my phone's lived most of its life inside of a case, so there's really no major blemishes. And on the front of the screen as well, you can see that, but aside from a little lint there, everything looks good to go. And you're also going to want to make sure your phone turns on, just make sure your phone works. So if you have an iPhone, you're going to want to go into the settings, turn off Find My iPhone or Find My Phone, which should be up here, Find My iPhone. So I've already signed out of mine, but you're going to want to make sure you do that before you send it in. And you're also going to want to go up here and sign out of your Apple ID before you reset it. Now, aside from that, you're going to want to document everything about your phone, how it looks, that there are no cracks or blemishes on the device, just in case something gets messed up in transit. I've heard a few horror stories about Samsung trade-in where you'll just get, $25 for the $600 trade-in or $450, whatever the case may be. So I just really want to make sure I cover my tracks throughout this whole process. So I'm going to, I signed out of my iCloud, signed out of Find My Phone. The last thing that you're going to want to do is go to General, click on About, and there you'll see your IMEI and all that information. I'm not going to click in it just for the sake of privacy. However, you're going to want to make sure your phone is completely paid off, that it's not leased or anything like that, that you'll be able to go through and sell it without it being blacklisted. Now, you could check that one of two ways. You can go on one of these sketchy websites and run your IMEI through there, or you can just hit up your service provider, call them, unlock your phone. And AT&T, I know, for example, has a process where you could put your IMEI through their website and they'll check the unlock status for you. So go ahead and do that. Make sure everything's good to go. I personally got an email from Samsung saying that I have until September 5th of 2019 to ship my phone in. I personally got my Note 10 on the 21st, on Wednesday, so it's been roughly 2 days since I've had the phone. I know that online that you have 15 days to send the phone back. There is going to be an FAQ, frequently asked questions, site that you could look on if you have any other major concerns. But once you go ahead and run through all of that information, you're going to want to get a decent sized box. You can go on Amazon and purchase one for $10. I, however, got this almost perfect size box when my Galaxy Watch Active got shipped in separately from the rest of my order. So that was kind of lucky, even though, it was a little painstaking to wait for the rest of the order to come in. So I am going to go down to my local FedEx. I know this may be a little ghetto or janky, but once I reset the phone and I record the phone being reset, I'm going to throw it in this little sock here just to really make sure that it's going to be good to go. I'm going to throw it in this box, and I'm going to fill this box with bubble wrap, put this in the middle of the bubble wrap, record myself doing it. With the shipping label, there's going to be half of the shipping label that needs to be included in this box. And once that's all said and done, I'm going to get the return label from FedEx, or the receipt, just verifying that I did ship off that order. So I really just want to make sure I hit every wicket here, make sure everything goes as smooth as planned or as smooth as I'd like it to. I wouldn't listen to all the horror stories that you see on the internet or on Reddit or whatnot, because it's the loudest voices that you're gonna reach your ears. You know what I mean? Because the 90% of people that it's worked for aren't going to be on the internet complaining. And when you search for this, it is going to be filled with these horror stories, because they're going to be the ones trying to really voice their experience and voice their opinions on how much they didn't like the program. Now, you can get your phone back before it's completely processed. So I've seen different cases where once they ship it out, it'll take around 15 days to get processed. So anywhere in that 15-day period, you can go ahead and request for a return of your device. So if you get that last second buyer's remorse, you should still be good to go. Aside from that, I believe that I've covered everything to the best of my abilities, and I hope that this video was helpful. Thank you.